Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Judy P's in my Mind's Eye Mixed Media. And today I'm going to be showing you some little mini art that I have made. The reason behind my video for my tiny art today is these really cool boxes that contain some nougat candy in them that my son had gotten from a member of, from a credit union where he works at a credit union. So one of his members had given him these little boxes of candies, and I thought, what cute boxes, and I can maybe make some miniature art to store in them. What I like to call my thumb art, meaning that I can just kind of flip through them real quick with my thumb and enjoy looking at some little miniature pieces of art that I've created. And they're fun to do. I mean, little art is kind of intimidating sometimes because you don't have a whole lot of space to work with. However, that being said, you still can get quite a bit on these little small pieces of art. You just have to kind of think outside of the box sometimes and different elements you can add to it. But anyway, these boxes I thought were really cute. And I know that you can get this, I get these on Amazon because I did check it out. Like I said, there's nougat filled candy in them. But I thought there had to be some sort of story behind these really cool boxes, just for the simple fact that the pictures on them are really cool and artsy looking. And so I did do a little research on it, just a little bit, and I did find some interesting facts about them. For instance, we'll start with this one right here where it says I Gonzaga, and it says Ferrante. And what I found out about him is, let's see here, where do my notes go here? It turns out that he was a mercenary captain during the Renaissance. And if you flip the box over, there is a statue of what they call a triumphant Gonzaga gripping a spear while standing over his nemesis, if I could talk, nemesis. So I thought that was really neat. Very cool. And he was born on January the 28th in 1507, died November 15th of 1557, and he was from Brussels, Belgium. So I found that quite interesting. And then on this one, I didn't find out what that picture is on the back of this. I looked and I didn't see it, so I'm not for certain. But this lady right here, this Ippolita, she was the first child and eldest daughter of Ferrante here, who was actually also a Duke of Guastalla, it said. But anyway, kind of sad though, she died at the age of 28. She was born in 1535, died in 1563. She ended up being, she was an Italian noblewoman, a writer, and a musician. So I found this quite interesting, some history, and there was a little bit more, but you can always, get in there and check it out for yourself as well. But I thought it was quite interesting. So I'm glad I did take a look and see. So with that, I thought they were really cute boxes. And like I said, you can get them on Amazon. I've looked, and there's evidently different boxes that have different people on them that are from the same family line. So I thought that was really interesting as well. So what I did is I decided to make some mini art, which I call my thumb art, like I said, so I can just flip through my art like this, just real quick thumbing through them. So that's why I call it my thumb art. Little thumb books. You can make them into a book or leave them by themselves or hook them together with string or whatnot, however you like to do it. I'm just going to put them loose in the boxes at this specific time. But what I did is I had purchased these bookmarks from Hobby Lobby, and I was going to make some really cool bookmarks, and when I got them home I was really actually sadly disappointed because they're so thin and they'd make cheesy bookmarks. So I'm just using them to back things with. But I I paid like, they were like $1.99 or something like that, but they were 40% off, so it's not that big of a deal. But I could surely cut them up myself with some of the other papers that I have here. But that's what I'm using them for, is my mini art. And what I did is I went ahead and I cut them into little pieces like this so that I could fit them in the boxes. And they're not huge boxes. They are about a little less than 1.5 inches wide, and they're like, oops, like 2.25 long. So I just took these bookmarks and I cut them into little mini arts that would fit into the box. And depending on how you decorate them is going to depend on how many that you can get in the actual box. I was able to get, and I don't know if I even wrote it down, but on these I was able to get 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of mini art off of each one of these. So anywho. All right, so I'm going to show you what I did. I did get into some magazines, and my favorite magazine or magazines are, of course, artsy ones, and meaning my Somerset Studios. So what I did is they have a bunch of different artist pages in there that are free to use, that I always tear out and keep separate in a folder for projects. I also have some jelly plated prints that I had. This one actually is one I gel plated over a laser print that I got from PM Artist Studio. Here is some Braille paper that I did some jelly plating over, and I also did some stenciling with some impasto in it. It's kind of hard to see, but it's in there. So just a few different things. This was actually piano music off an old piano roll that I actually had backed with some rice paper, because this music paper is so fragile and so old that it just tears really easy. But I got that. I got some corrugated paper. So some various papers to use for backgrounds. I have some napkins that I can use should I choose to do so. Of course, stickers, more gel plate prints, some echo dyed prints. So just anything that you have created, made, things that you can use out of other arty books and such for backgrounds. And so what I did is I cut a whole bunch of these up, and then I sat there and I took and I glued with my my glue. And this is the art glitter glue, which I have come to absolutely love, and I've got it in a little itty bitty bottle. So I took a bunch of those backgrounds and I started gluing them on to the back of these bookmarks. So just kind of thumb through these, kind of show you what I did using different backgrounds. And then I'm going to add to them and kind of make them a little cooler, add some more elements to them. This is just the basic background for them, is what I glued on there. Here's another set. This was just some plain rice paper, so I can do anything on that. But this was some fabric, not fabric, yep. Some actually gel plating that was sewn together into like a ribbon that I got from my friend Crafty Callie. And yeah, so you can do all kinds of stuff. Here's some more of that sewn up made ribbon. This was a gel plate with a part of a pachinko stencil on it from PM Artist Studio that I thought was cool. Yeah, just little pieces. I got this from PM Artist Studio, a little piece that they had sent me some of their art when I ordered stencils. So just a whole bunch of different backgrounds. Some decorative paper. So yeah, just a whole bunch of different backgrounds that kind of struck my fancy, and I glued them all on there. Now, a couple that I finished, which I thought out was really cool. This is some lilac flowers that I pressed in a book, and I glued them down. It almost looks like I had a little caterpillar on it right there. It was crazy. And I flattened it, of course, down, and I glued that on there. The background is actually that music sheet paper I showed you. It's got like the little holes right there. Added some extra little pieces of paper that had some wording on it. And then if you look really close, and it's kind of hard to see, I'm going to put it up as close as I can, but it's got a little crackle finish to it to give it a shiny effect. So I was really, really excited about that piece. This other piece had some pictures of some family on it, like an olden time family picture. And I once again did the crackle on it, which I thought really was cool. So those are like two of my favorites that I just recently did. And the crackle that I used, and I do want to show this because I really like this crackle. This crackle stuff works fabulous. It's like the best crackle stuff I've ever used. Crackle Accents One Step Crackle Medium. It's great for rubber stamping and scrapbooking. Dries to a glossy cracked finish, which you could see. It's got the fine tip for precise application. It is by Ranger. And yeah, it does a 3-dimensional gloss medium that creates a cracked finish. And you can use it to accent spot areas or the entire images. You can put over die cuts, clip art, ephemera, stickers, and more. And I love it. I mean, this stuff is fabulous. Paid $6 for it. Not for sure exactly where I purchased it from. I think like a local crafty shop that's not too far from here. But yeah, I love this stuff. This stuff works fabulous. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do just some decorating on just a few of them. I'm not going to go like overboard and be on here for like hours or anything. I mean, I think you guys will get the gist of what I'm doing here by just what I've showed you, to give you a few ideas of different things that you can use on your miniature art. And then you guys can go from there. Excuse me, I've got to get a drink. I'm like dying of thirst here. All right. So I guess what we'll start out with is I'm going to go ahead, and there's one that I had not put on here yet. This was part of a gel print that I did that I really liked, and I hadn't got a chance to glue it on there, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And I'll just glue it directly onto here. And seriously, this is like one of the best things I ever got, was these little glue things that have the fine metal tip to it. Oh my gosh. I don't know what I did without it before. And I'm just going to set that on there. And then I'll have to trim it too, because it's going to overhang a bit. In fact, I'm going to grab my scissors. I usually have them right next to me. And I did not, which is surprising because I always have my scissors here at the table. Hopefully I can scoot up without knocking my table and making you guys all like seasick. All right. See my cute little scissors? She's like a little girl, little lady with a butterfly. They're actually sewing scissors, but I thought they were the cutest things. All right, so I'll go ahead and trim that excess off around my little mini art. And I'm trying to keep more flat objects on these than raised objects, but you can surely add gems or anything you want to them. It's up to you. Up to you entirely. All right. All right, so there we got that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do just a little distressing. And I've got these little stays on ink pads, which I really like. I usually have always bought the big ones, but I find I like these little ones better. They're not overly huge. However, they're like just the perfect size for almost anything that I need. And easier to handle rather than the bigger ones. And there's a lot of ink on them, and they're nice and juicy, and they stack really well. And I kind of like these little ones, so I've been starting to buy some of those. Let's see, orange zest, cactus green. I've got spice chai and midnight blue are the ones I got out. I think what I'll do on this one, there's really not any of that. Well, there might be some of that darker blue in it. I'm not for sure. Maybe I'll go with the blue. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I'm going to go ahead and do a little distressing on the edges. And a lot of times I just use the stamp pad as it is. A lot of times I don't use the sponges. I mean, I do sometimes, but I don't know. I just always just kind of just do my thing and not get anything extra out because I really don't need it. I think it turns out just as good. I mean, I might not be as, might be a little sloppier in doing it, but you know, oops, I got a little bit of that coming up there. All right. So I'm just going to distress the edges of my little itty bitty mini art on this one, and I like it. It's popping out all the goodies in the middle there. And then if I want, I can add some stamps or some extra paper to it, or a sticker. Let's see what I've got here. You can add almost anything you want. I mean, little eyelets. You can add little like shaker slices to put in there. To show you what I'm talking about. All right, let's see. What do I want to do? I can add some words to it. I think what I'm gonna do, let's see here. Oh, you know, I don't know what I'm gonna do to it. That's just terrible. The one I pick, and I don't know what I want to do to it. All right, let's see. Maybe we can stamp something on it. I've got a couple of stamps I have out. I've got like this face, and I've got this stamp that I found at a antique mall. Not that it's antique, but it was never used, so I could probably use some of that if I wanted on there as a decoration. I could even emboss on it if I wanted. Oh, you know what? I do have some stickers. Let's see what kind of stickers I've got. And these are just stickers from the dollar store. You know what? And I think... Oh, and I hear my kitty. My kitty wants something, but she's going to have to wait. I'm sorry, Sam. I don't know what you want, but we can't do anything right now. It's always the kids in the middle of the video, right? Okay, let's see here. Oh, you guys, I'm like at a loss of what I want to do. Isn't that awful? It's usually, it doesn't happen. All right, let's see here. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and how about we just stamp something on it? Maybe add a little bit of dimension to it. Or I could add a little bit of paper to it. Just go ahead and stamp on there and see what I can get on there. I'm going to do part of this face. Let's see what I can get on that. And I'm going to do it in Let's see, do I want this zesty orange? Let's just see here. I can stamp it on this piece of paper here and see what I think. I don't know about that color. Yeah, I think I will. There's got like a little bit of orange in there. Let's just see. I mean, it is what it is. We're gonna find out. That's just, you know, I mean, it doesn't have to mean that I have to include it into the mix. Okay, there we go. Could have maybe pressed a little bit harder on it, but it's there. So just a little extra dimension to it. Let's see, what else can we do to it? Maybe I'll do it in the brown too. Let's do a couple of different colors. I'll put a couple faces on it, just seeing what we can come up with. Oh, that's interesting. I think I kind of like that. I think I like that. See, you just kind of have to get your feel for stuff. And usually if you just play around, it all comes together. All right, so I think that's pretty cool. I think it added a really cool background to it, if you can see that. Hopefully my lighting's good. So just a little bit of mini art there. So you got a gel print. I got some distressing on it, and then I've got some faces stamped on it, and I think it actually turned out pretty cool. And I could take like some, if I wanted, I could take like some fine liner to it and maybe try to get a little bit more depth into it. I'll have to think on that one, but I kind of really like that. I think that turned out really cool. Something different. All right, and then let's go ahead, and I kind of want to flip through and do something different. Why don't we go ahead and take, let's go ahead and take this corrugated one, because it's already got some texture to it, and let's build upon it and see what we can come up with on that. All right, let's see here. Give me a second. I'm going to take another drink, guys. Oh, so good. So good. All right, and I think what I'm going to, let's see what kind of different scraps and bits I have that I can add to it. And let's see here. I kind of like where it says Mozart here, so I'm going to just tear this, and I like bits that are torn. I think that's pretty cool. And you have to tear it as best I can to fit it on here, because like I said, it is small, but I want to try to keep it where you can kind of understand that, yes, it says Mozart. Just have to just tear off little extra bits here. There we go. Could do that. I've got some musical paper. I could do that. We could add that, which I think I will. I'm going to go ahead and tear it a little bit, give it a torn look, which I like a lot. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to distress the edge of it. Oops. And give it a little bit of an aged effect. Right. Along with the Mozart. Just do that. All right, so I got those pieces, and I'm going to go ahead and have them ready to glue down. But what I want to do is I want to kind of stamp some of this on the background of it and see if I can get anything to show up on it. I don't know what color to use. This is kind of an antique-y one, but you know, let's just use the green. This makes me want to go out and get more colors, guys. Let's see, what part of it do I want on it? I want like a florally part of it. Let's just do the edge of it. So I'm just gonna rub that on there. Get me some ink on it. And let's see what I get on it here. Not a whole lot. I guess it's going to be hard to see just for the simple fact it's that corrugated. So basically it looks like I'm just going to get color on it, but that's all right. We'll just leave that on there. That'll work. That will work. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm going to glue this on there. And here we go. And seriously, guys, when I first started doing like the tiny stuff, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm like so discombobbled. I'm like, I don't know what to do. It's so tiny. I don't know what to put on it, but it all comes together in the end. All right, that looks really cool. And I can always put the Mozart going sideways. I wouldn't even have to put it on there at all if I didn't want to, but I think I'm going to keep it on there anyway, just the same. All right, let's go ahead and glue it down. Here we go. And how do I want to do it? Fit it on there. There we go. All right. And I think I'm going to go ahead and distress the outside of this with the green. Bring some more color into it on the edges, along with my thumb. That's my favorite part about art. You know, I don't mind getting my hands dirty or messy. It's very satisfying, I might say. All right, let's see, what else can I add to that? Let's see, there was this part of a feather down here. I kind of want a little bit more to it, but I just don't know what I want to add to it. Now I could do a little bit of let's see, I could do some embossing powder to give it a little bit more texture. I don't know. Let me see here. These little pieces that I tore. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to add some more torn pieces to this that I just tore off of it to begin with. I think that's kind of cool. Add that to it. Trim it a little bit here. It's hanging over on the end. There we go. There. I think that's kind of cool. If I had like some sort of a little gem or something to put on it, but I don't really see anything I want to put on it. I kind of like this crack. This like in this picture here, this little rip right there, the rip look. I wonder if that would look good on there anywhere. Could kind of make it look a little more ancient. Let's see. Maybe, maybe not. We'll find out. Yeah, I kind of like that, but I want to kind of get more of the paper off around it. So Let's try that. And I am just flying by the seat of my pants, guys, because I had no idea what I was intending to do on this other than just play. So there we go. Oh yeah, I think that's kind of cool. Just a little, I like it. I do like it. Let's see here, maybe add a little bit of orange to it. Just dab my ink pad directly on it. Yeah. Add a little bit more depth to it, just a little bit of color. So I like it. I think it's kind of cute, something different. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and come up with something else. There was one in here that's done with, let's see here. There's like some echo dyed ones. That was an echo dyed one. Kind of like that green. Let's see here. Just thumb through them and see what I can come up with. Now that is interesting too. I could probably do something wrong. I think I'm going to keep that one out. We'll do a few. This is the one that was stitched. And then that one. Okay, let's see. What do I want to do here? So many possibilities, guys. All right. Let's go ahead and I am going to do, let's go ahead and do this one here. All right, this one has got the ribbon that was sewed with paper. It looks like washi tape and some gel prints and then sewn together like in a ribbon. And so it's got some sun on it and lots of color already. So that's exciting and I like that. And it's nice and bright and vibrant. And what I can do, let's see here. I have some little bees, some little resin bees. I have some little mushrooms. They are shaker slices. Those are really cute and they're tiny, so they're a little flatter than the bees. These I've got to show. They're a little too thick for these, but they're really cute. These little miniature corns. Look at them. Aren't they adorable? I'm going to be definitely using them on something. But they're so cute. I just had to buy them because they were just adorable. And also these little shells too. I bought these little resin iridescent pastel seashells. So that would look really cute on there too if I added some of those. But once again, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and distress the edges. I love to distress things. Like I said, I don't have like a ton of colors out at the moment, but let's go ahead and do, let's see, it's got so much orange in it already, and green. Let's just go ahead and do the green. So I'm going to distress that around the edges. Oh, and you guys, it's such a beautiful day outside. It's nice and sunny, and I am so grateful for it. I was getting so sick of winter. I don't know where it is, how it is where you're at, but I was just needing some sunshine. Okay, and I'm trying to get a little bit of extra color in here on the background around the sewn bits. Cover up some of just the plain brown. So I think that has already given it some depth, making it look better as well. And then I just need to decide. And I think I mean, the mushrooms would be really cool on here, but I'm really kind of thinking these seashells because, I know you got sun and you got some blue right here. I don't know. I'm thinking it's the seashells. So let's go ahead and get one of these shells out. And I love these things. These are Positively Possum Designs. And I paid $2.29 for the pack of these at a local craft store that's close to my house. They're very reasonable, and there's a lot of stuff in them, and it's just, they're a lot of fun. And you can add a lot of good stuff to them. And I think, it looks like, I don't know if they're, no, I guess they're not sticky ones. Okay, but anyway, so I've got several here that are really pretty. And I'm almost, I don't know about the blue. The yellow. Got the orange. Oh, and the purple's really pretty too. I almost like the purple because it kind of pops. I think I'm going to do the purple. So we're going to do the purple on there. And I'm just going to glue it on with my art glitter glue. I find that it really has these little embellishments stick very well and stay on them on what you use, which I am very happy for, because I'm always worried of these things coming off, especially if you're making something for somebody else and you're sending it to them, and then all of a sudden you don't want all your stuff falling off of it, right? All right, so let's go ahead and get just a little bit on the back of this. Or actually, since it dries clear, I'll just put it, a lot of it on it, and then have it flip over onto me. Jeez. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm going to set it right there. All right, and hold it down for a minute. Get it positioned on there however you'd like to have it. And basically just the simple fact that I've already got the sewn bit right here, the washi, the stitching that sews together the gel prints in the ribbon fashion already makes it a really cool piece. Then just doing the simple bits of doing the distressing around the edges, a little bit on top of the print, the picture itself, or the little art itself, and then adding this little itty bitty bit of a little gem, I think really brings it to light, and I think it's really cute. It's just the simplest little things, and the more you do it and the less you're thinking about it and you're going along, it probably gets easier and easier to do these. I know sometimes I overthink things, and therefore it takes me forever to do, but you can't really be intimidated by these little pieces, because it really isn't hard. You just kind of have to get your mindset to it, and just can't really worry. You just need to just do what you feel. You just sit here and relax, and you got all your elements that you've brought together to put on them, and it'll just flow. It'll start flowing. So I know, like, just for the simple fact, I get doing a video like this, and it's like, oh my gosh, I get thinking, oh, am I going to say the right thing? And do I sound silly? And, oh, am I doing this right? And, you could overthink it, and you just want to have fun with it. So let's see what we've done. We've done this one here with the faces. And I might take some fine line over it. I'm not for sure yet. I kind of like it as it is. It's just kind of simple, but I do like it. The one we just did. The Mozart one. The other one I showed you with my dried flour. So things from outside, and the crackle paste. So those are just a few of the sample ones that I have done, like I said, the background, and then added to it. Let's go ahead and we'll do a couple more, and then we'll call it a day. And you can hopefully try these on your own. Let me know if you did and such, and I would love to see what you've done. All right, so let's go ahead and put these back up here. we'll do a couple more. And there's my cat again. I'm sorry, Sam. You have to wait. You have to wait. I know. Oh my goodness. Cat is never vocal until you don't want her to be. All right, so I'm trying to think of these. What do I want to do? I've got these little mushrooms and I would really like to use them. And I think they would look cute on that. And I think they would look good on that. All right, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to do this right here. This was some artesian paper that I had that's got like some clover that's in the paper already, which I thought was really cool. So if you look at it up close, it's got some interesting character to it already, and we're just going to add to it. So what I am going to do is I have a couple of napkins over here. And let's see if I can add a few elements to it. Kind of want to do, I don't know, some really, really pretty napkins, but I want to get like a right color. I think I'm going to go with a portion of this because it make kind of look like it's kind of coming out of the ground with this, like in the grass, and then you've got the flower kind of coming out of it. So let's see what I can come up with that. And I believe these are already been layered, or the extra layer taken off of them. Yeah, the backing it has been. Because you always want to make sure that you get the extra backing off of these. You don't need it extra thick. All right, let's see what I want. I think I'm going to go with this little piece over here, and I'm just going to go ahead and tear it and place it on there. And there we go. So we'll use that little portion of the napkin. And I don't know how I want to do it. I guess I'll have it. I want it in the middle. Got a little bit too much of it, so I'm going to tear off a little bit of it. Tear it on both sides. I don't want it to be all just straight. I want it to, there we go. I think that would be better. And I don't know where I want to put it. I think where I want to position, I guess I'll just position it in the middle. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just use my extra strength glue stick to go ahead and put that down. And I'm just gonna run it over here. It will dry clear anyway. Here we go. There. And then I think what I'll do is I'll run the glue stick over the top of it real gently because I don't want to tear it, just to make sure that it stays down. Here we go. Kind of blended in there. Oops. Yeah, I kind of made it move, but that's all right because where it moved, it actually blended it in quite well. So that worked out great. A little happy accident there of that tearing right there and moving because it was all just aligned with the bottom. Now it's not. So I think it actually looks a little more realistic. So I'm happy about that. Let's go ahead and add, of course, let's go ahead and do some distressing around the edges, but I think I'm going to do the brown, which is the spiced chai. And that's got to dry a little bit, so kind of just, oops, I'm not going to do an overabundance of it, but there we go. There we go. This probably would look kind of cool with some crackle over it too, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, so I did that. And what else? I've thought about doing, I don't think the mushroom's going to go all on this one. Don't like it with that. Let's see here. Little bee. I don't know that I like the little bee there, but let's just see what it looks like, just in case. I can always add more from the napkin as well. There's some butterflies and such. Let's see here. Oh, that's kind of cute, though. Isn't that cute? That is kind of cute. I don't know, though. It just is such a dark background, and I don't know what I think about that. It is awful cute, though, but I don't think it just doesn't kind of work with that one, I don't think. But I'm going to leave him out because I kind of envision him on one of the other ones. Don't forget, you can add brads to these too as well, like little itty bitty brads. Let's see here. Also, let's see here. I've got these little, I was doing a diamond dot thing. Diamond dot picture, and I've got like tons of diamond dots left too. You could add those as little embellishments too, just to add some depth to it, just little dots, which would be kind of cool to do too as well. And they're really flat, these little ones that I've got. I don't know if I got them. I don't know if I have them over here by me. I actually think I do. Let's see here. I do have some with me. Let's see, those are like a creamy color, so I don't know about those, but I do have some diamond dots. Let's see here. If I have any that would make them pop at all. Just to add a little bit more dimension to it. I think I will. I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. I mean, these are literally extras. It's like, what do you do with them, you know? And I even thought about mixing them in some paint too as well, and giving some texture to some paint and doing like some stenciling with it, with them, because I don't know, you know, what to really do with all these extras. But anyway, let's see here. Both would make them pop. All right, so we're going to do a few of these. Just a few. Let's grab a few out of the package here. Now, these are going to be hard to maneuver, but that's going to be all right because I will fix it. I'm just going to add a little line of glue on either side. Oops. Like that. And then I will add these to it. In fact, I have some little tweezers here. Hopefully they will be of some help and assistance to me. There we go. Yay. There we go. Ah, told you they're slippery little suckers. I get them to flip over the right way. That would be helpful. Yeah, a little tedious, but it's all right. Let's see here. There we go. And I'm just going to plop them down in that glue and let them dry. And I think this is going to add a really nice element to it. So I'm really glad that kind of like popped into my head to use some of these, because I have an overabundance of different colors. There we go. Just spread them out. There we go. That's kind of cool. Something different, right? I found a use for them. Makes me happy. me, and then it'll dry. I kind of feel like I need something up there, so let's see if I can put if there's any butterflies on these. That's part of a dragonfly. He's too big. Oh, but here, over here, I've got a little yellow butterfly. So let's go ahead and we'll take and put maybe that on there. Let me make sure. Yeah, I think that will work. There's also a little something there. All right, well, we're going to do the butterfly. Let me tear around him. And we will get him affixed to our little miniature art. And then this one will be done. All right. Tear that. There we go. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and just do my glue stick again and just smear it around up there in the corner. I'm going to make sure I got the butterfly just as I want it. There we go. That's really cool. I think I'm going to like that. All right. There we go. There. It almost kind of reminds me of a watercolor painting in a way. All right, so there we go. And I could maybe take some fine liner and go around that too to make it pop. I kind of like just the subtlety of it anyway. Yeah, I like that one. I think that one's really cool. All right, and let's see here. What are we into? 51 minutes. All right, well, let's just go ahead and we will do one more. And I'm going to go ahead and do this one that's got the stitching as well with the different types of paper that were sewn to make a faux ribbon. And I'm going to go ahead and again, I'm going to do my stays on. I'm going to do the green and distress around the edges of this one. And this is going to be a quick one because I really like what's already on it. Add a little bit more color to the top of it. And this is going to be really easy because it's already got so many different elements. The stitching, the different colors of paper with the, the gel printed look. So that's already several factors right there. The distressing of it. Like I said, you could add sticker to it. You could add words to it. I am going to add, I think, this little bee to it because I think he is absolutely adorable. And I guess I'll go ahead and use my little tweezers here and my trusty glitter glue. Get a good coat of it on the back, maybe if it comes out. There we go. There we go. And I will plop him. I kind of want him at the top. There we go. Get off of there now. Don't stick to my thing. There we go. And that glue will dry clear, so I'm not worried about it. So I got my little bee there. Let's see, is there anything else I want to put on it? I don't know that there is. I could add a little mushroom maybe at the bottom. Let's see what it would look like. Just real quick, like, we'll see. All right. I love tiny things. Tiny things are so cute. So cute. And let's see if I think the mushroom would look cool on it. And you could, of course, add more than one if you wanted. Yeah, I kind of like the mushroom down there, so I think we're going to go ahead and add that mushroom as well. Okay, there's some little tweezers. And nice, these little shaker pieces, they're the same on both sides, so that's nice. Go ahead and get some on there. to the bottom. And we will let that dry. And I think it's absolutely adorable. All right. So let me go ahead and show you now, just for instance, my little thumb arts that I've done here. It's like I said, you can just thumb right through them and enjoy your art. So my little mini thumb art, they're not much bigger than your thumb either, but you can slide right through them. So it's really nice. If you, of course, you don't drop them all. I just thought I'd give them a different name, thumb art. So yeah. But anyway, you can fit quite a few of them in these little boxes, depending on what you've embellished them with. And they're easy to store. And they're just cute little boxes all the way around to sit around and enjoy. And you can usually, like I had originally like 40 something pieces in a box, but that was just with not putting anything else on them other than backing them. But yeah, so you can keep your little miniature art in them, and you can set the boxes up for decoration, which I think is really cool. Let me go ahead and bring out the ones that we did do today. Again, yeah, we'll just line them up here. Along with the other ones I showed you that I did the other day. But the possibilities are endless that you can add to these and just make them so super cute. Yeah, and then I'll put the little boxes there that are filled with the rest of my mini art. So that way I'll have them and I can go back and do some decorating on them whenever I feel like it. So yeah. All right, guys. Well, that is my video, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you make some mini art. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would certainly appreciate it. Like, subscribe, hit that bell so that you don't miss anything. I try to do videos as much as possible. I am not exactly the most healthiest of people, so I don't have videos constantly as much as I would love to have them more. I just, I get them in when I can. So I hope that you enjoy what you do see and you gain some inspiration from it. And happy crafting. I love all you guys. Thanks so much for watching. I do so truly appreciate it. And have a great day or evening wherever you may be. Happy crafting, guys. Bye.